Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Prog podcast. We are doing our mid-year episode, so we're not going to do a monthly reaction like we normally do, covering some songs. We're going to look back at the last few months of 2026, which, it's the end of June. The first 6 months have been pretty great, right? I mean, a lot of our favorite bands have just packed some stuff in, and there's even been a new Haken song, a couple of songs that have come out. We're not going to rank them in here. We're just covering albums that have been released so far, but yeah. I mean, are you guys... What's your assessment of the year so far? I think it's been pretty good.
2025 for me, I there was this meme of, a fire hydrant just gushing out a ton of water and somebody just trying to get a little cup of water. 2025 had a bunch of songs. 2026 feels it has that same type of momentum. We're only halfway through the year, and there's already, kind of difficulty trying to keep up with everything that has come out, especially for us who a lot of the times get the promotional stuff ahead of time, so you forget what came out this year, what we have, and all that stuff. But
right.
2026 is off to a great start.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're going to include some obvious things like Big Train and NMB in here, but those initially were announced. I guess singles came out at the end of last year. So yes. It's been quite a while looking back at some of those. All right, so we got Vic, Kyle, and Dan. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Go ahead and get this thing here going. All right, so Big Train. Oh, I should mention, this is going in chronological order as best as I could remember. For no real ranking or anything, just going back to the beginning of the year. So I think the first album that really was a big one for us that came out this year was Big Train Woodcut. Amazing concept album. I think we all liked it a lot. Most people liked it. It's one of their best albums, I think. And so, I don't know, just randomly picked a song. It's hard to sort of pick 1 minute out of a 75-minute concept record. But I found a minute of this song, Chimera, that I really liked. So we'll jump in here.
Gotta love Alberto's voice, man. It's so pretty.
Yeah, that minute for me epitomizes sort of what Big Train sounds like. I think that's why I kind of like that part.
And I love the main theme of this album, that one that just played.
Yeah,
it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I listened to this a lot when it first came out, and listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's been a while. I need to listen to it again.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, man. Like, this album started off with Big Train and NMB, which are some of our favorite bands.
Yes.
And there's been so much music, and I feel like when there's too much to listen to, I kind of panic and just go to a comfortable place. And I just keep coming back to these two albums, a lot. But yeah.
Kyle.
Nick DiVirgilio is all I can think. I just love his drumming. It's so tasteful and so good, and his voice in the mix too always helps. So he's the man. This is not a band, for what it's worth, not to go too long, but that I've always just like loved. People just sort of like just love and worship them. But this is a very good album. So definitely one to listen to if you've not been a Big Train fan.
Yeah, honestly, it's a great way to. It's weird a million years into their career to be like, you could start here if you want, and it's just fine. But you really could. It's sort of that easy to listen to and absorb. I think they did just a phenomenal job on it. So yeah, and I like doing this middle of the year kind of episode, because even for me, I haven't listened to this album in a little while because of all the just
Yep.
other stuff coming out all the time. So it's nice to go back and check a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, I love this record. It's awesome. Okay, moving on.
Moving on up. Inverses.
Carnival came
Yeah.
back with their first album in, I think I want to say 12, 13 years or something crazy like that.
Wow.
With Inverses, this is just another album that I was obsessed with for a good couple of months when it came out. It's just awesome, and it might even be my favorite record by them at this point, even maybe next to Sound Awake or whatever, the first one. Lots of just great, big, epic, emotional songs on this thing. And so I went with this song that I really, really dug, called Conversations, sort of in the middle of the album there. Wasn't a single, but let's go ahead and check it out.
Nervously contemplating the ruin to follow on. I slowly slip away again, as I hear a fading voice saying, this one could have helped you, could have led you anywhere you want. This one could have held you from the fall to come. It's too late for conversation. It's only a mountain I've been trying to move and move the blood and move the blood
It's just a little bit of that song. It's 8 minutes, but I mean, it builds and builds into the whole kind of thing. But man, I was obsessed with that song and this album for a while.
Yeah, that's another one of those where, oh, that was this year, and how much I enjoyed listening to it, and yeah, it's great.
I need to go back to it, man.
I really felt like this was an album that you would like. I think it's sort
No,
of
I did like it.
missed for you.
I need to give it more time, probably. I do like them. I do like the band, but it's just that thing of so much.
Yeah. Well, at the time you had Big Trade, and then I think this came out this very same weekend as our next album, which was this one. So, okay, so NMB came back with Lift or LIFT, whatever you want it to mean. That's what they said. Big return with Mike and Neil and Eric and Bill and Randy. Just an awesome concept album that everybody raved about, and we all thought it was awesome. So the singles were Fully Alive, Hurt People, and Reaching, which are great songs. But I think the epic ending of this thing is just tremendous. So, I mean, this thing is 11 minutes, and I'm going to play like a minute of it. So I just picked a random part that I think is good. But of course, this is Neil doing his Neil thing, and it's awesome.
It's a heart that's healing. It's heaven we are feeling. It's a whisper behind me. Just seek and you will find me. And my son, you will always belong. It was love all along. 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 I was loved all
Yeah, I mean, it's so good, and it just keeps going, and there's more parts and more parts. And when you think it's ending, there's another part, and then you think it's ending there, and there's another part.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And
I'm
it
excited
doesn't
to
fade
experience
out.
that. It doesn't fade out. It'll be fun to experience that together in August.
Amen.
Yeah.
Daniel will be busy selling merch at that moment, but Either way. No. I will just say this is that we've done a lot of these Neil Morris Band rankings, and I think generally we get accused of being sort of Neil Morris, Mike Portnoy fanboys. And it's not untrue. I think we in some ways are, but a little bit harder. Yeah, we're a little bit harder on Innocence and Danger and so on. I didn't love the second album in the Pilgrim's Progress, what may become a trilogy, as much as the first. This album I really, really like. It's so good. It's really, really good. It's almost hard to believe that Neil is able to make music like this now. And it's not just Neil, it's the whole band. But, it's really, really good. Imagine if this was the first thing you heard from Neil Morris. You would just be absolutely blown away.
Totally. No,
I think there were some reviews that came out that I felt like that. I was sort of jealous of that, being able to experience it like that, because we've been listening to these albums that are like this for 30 years. Yeah. Right. And so if you're just coming in now and you've only heard maybe a few albums or not all of them, it's sort of a refreshing approach, because we're very jaded at this point of having heard he's done 100 albums we've heard or something stupid. So
you have a point, because it feels really familiar. But I mean, this album, it has the advantage of being a little more concise. And I think that works in its favor. Not that it's a short album by any means, but I think when we're accustomed to the double albums and huge stories and everything, I think this one feels a little shorter, and that's a good thing in this case.
Yeah, one disc is great. I like, at this point, I'm all for one discs, please.
I think that the timing of this is also kind of what makes it special, and there's a different type of energy. But I guess that's what happens when Portnoy gets reunited with Dream Theater, which we know it takes everything else, puts it on the back burner, including NMB. But his return, it's energetic. Haven't had new music by NMB in about 5 years, even though Neil has continued to do his prog rock stuff with either The Resonance or Cosmic Cathedral. But this had a certain energy that was really fun and really cool to enjoy.
Yeah. It's like having a lot of cakes at the same time.
Cakes left out in the rain. Okay.
So right after this came out was another amazing favorite of ours. So Deer Hunter, Sunya, whatever. I mean, God, this album is, I don't know, it's just so awesome. It's maybe, I don't know if I can call it my favorite album of the year, but it's definitely up there, and I just love it. I heard it again just the other day to go revisit it, and it's a masterpiece. Every minute of it is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we've already played a couple of different things from it. I went with the first song called The Wasteland, which is, I mean, it's so Deer Hunter. Everything about this song is just standard Deer Hunter stuff, but it's awesome.
What nobody told you, you're on your own, who wistfully thinks of why they are sinking, never finds a way to pull themselves out. So all you can do is try not to think about who is suffering when your needs meet their ends. So wretched is the way of the wasteland. Now you're in the wasteland. Nothing left to win when it's all been won.
Yeah.
Yes. More,
I'm
please.
very
Let's just
excited
do
that
this
they're
whole
going.
album now.
They're going to be on Cruise to the Edge next year, which is super exciting. That's going to be amazing.
Yes, sir.
I need to get my tickets right now. That feels like a sponsored post. Boy, I need to get my tickets right now for Cruise to the Edge 2027.
There was an article that I saw this morning on a different website, and it was a great Father's Day gift for music fans. And
Yes.
it was like the new Devin Townsend CD and like a book and Cruise to the Edge. I mean, the other ones are all like $20 and this was $5,000.
Dad will be very happy with that.
It's a really good present.
Did you guys all get to see the Muzora Deer Hunter episode?
Yes, it's amazing with Maneater. Yeah.
Yes. I love what that channel does. These guys, when they did that, it's like an effort. They do this, it seems effortlessly, which is really depressing if you're trying to get into complex music writing. For them, it just oozes out of them. It's awesome.
Yeah, really, really talented guys.
I love how you can kind of identify the little things in their composition method that we listen to the song. So we recognize bits from like a guitar thing. So this reminds me of that song from that album. So I guess that's how it came to be. You know, it was a really interesting insight into their process. I really appreciated that kind of content. You know.
Yeah.
Same with Lepers too.
If you look at the first 4 albums that we covered on here, which was how the year kicked off, it's already like whatever.
Yeah.
The rest of the year. I know. It's crazy, but a lot of it was really good. I mean, the Einar Solberg, as you speaking of Lepers, right? His second solo album called Vox Occulta came out around April, I want to say. And this album's amazing. It's awesome. It's done fully with an orchestra. The songs are all epic and crazy. We covered a bunch of these songs before, so I went with one of the later songs in the album, which is the 11-minute epic called Grex, which is just a massive song. But let's check this out.
I'm just blown away every time I hear him sing. You know, he's best vocalist in progressive rock right now.
Well,
certainly with the range. I mean, the range is crazy.
It's the control, and
But there's some people that don't like his voice. Actually, it's sort of a weird thing. Yeah,
I'm sure, because there's people that don't like other stuff. Yeah, it's just a preference thing. But goodness,
by the way, the guitar playing on this record, the guy that he has, I forget his name, I apologize, but is tremendous.
Well, I was just looking that up, and I can't get an exact answer from like a Google search, but it's listing lots of different guitar soloists. But that guitar solo that kicks in there is incredible. I was gonna apologize to Vic actually until he said that this was the best vocalist in Prog, and now I want to soften my apology. But we did a Prog fantasy draft. I don't even know 4 or 5 years ago.
Gentist.
And you picked Einar as your vocalist, and
I did.
And I scoffed at you, but I don't know, man. On this album, I'll be honest. For some reason, this is connected with me more than Lepers has.
Yes, with all those sort of bigger albums by bands that we're more familiar with, sometimes a solo album like this doesn't get as much attention, but it's really, really great and worth your time if you want to give it a few minutes. Okay, moving on to cool. YouTube is nice and freezing. Love that.
I have listened to that Einar album as much as anything that's not called NMB, for what it's worth. I like
great.
it a lot. Yeah.
Crownlands has been a big one for us. Their first album on Inside Out called Apocalypse. Well, no, their first new rock record, The Rituals, actually came out. Let me start that over. Crownlands came out with a new album, big epic concept record called Apocalypse. A bunch of great songs. They were also on Cruise to the Edge. A lot of these bands are on Cruise to the Edge, but got to see them live. They're amazing. For people not familiar, it's two people in the band, the drummer who sings and the guitar player who plays also bass and keyboards. And so I went with another track that also was not a single, came out a little bit later, called The Fall. Let's check this out.
Dude, of course it's crazy that it's just like two guys doing all this. But what I want to say, it's also a compliment. This album cover rules, man. The whole like
Yeah.
the font, their fonts and the disposition, the whole artistic approach, I think is just amazing.
Yeah, they take a
So
lot
I'll
of time
give
and
them
effort
props
into
for
all that
that.
stuff.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome.
I was a big fan of this album, big fan of these guys. I think this album's killer. Of course, it has the 20-minute epic, the title track at the end. That was with this whole video where they're wearing makeup and costumes and all that stuff. You want to check that out if you haven't yet. And a bunch of great singles on the record. I just think his vocal range is stupid.
Yeah. You know what this art reminds me of is Hieronymus Bosch. I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but yeah, really great Dutch painter. You have to look him up. He does some crazy stuff. But this reminds me of that. As far as the music goes, this song actually reminds me of Blondie's "Heart of Glass." That's what it sounded like when it started. So, which is
That
to
little
say
that
Yeah.
kind of guitar thing.
yeah, he can sing really high. So kudos to him.
All right, moving on to another album that came out actually on the very same day. That also a band that we like a lot, Advent Horizon.
Yes.
Their album was called Falling Together. I think I pulled, so the song, this is they have their own 20-minute epic. Theirs opens their album, and the song is called In a Lone and Dreary World. It starts off kind of slow, builds up choruses, all that kind of stuff. There's a part towards the end, the back half of this, that I thought is just really killer, and I don't want to not show that. So this doesn't give the whole view of the song, obviously, but if you like this part, I would check this out. Come on, that's crazy. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Didn't fade it
Nah,
out,
man.
but anyway, yeah, that's just phenomenal, right? It's so awesome.
Oh
This
yeah,
album hits
dude,
all
I have
it hits all
to.
the right spots. It's awesome.
We all tried to jump in to say something. We
Yeah.
I like it. This is my album of the year so far. I like it that much, and I
Really?
love NMB. But this one really connects with me. I think they're just fantastic. I don't know. They're like the American Haken with a little bit of Dream Theater, a little bit of Steven Wilson, some female vocals thrown in. I don't know, man. They're just great.
I don't
I
disagree
love
with
their
Kyle.
previous album. I have to get to this one. I actually haven't heard the whole thing, and I
No.
Come
just
on.
loved
It's
every second
that
of what
minute,
just played.
right? That's crazy, right? It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is pretty convincing, you know. So
The
I'll get
album
to
is
it,
not
I
very
promise.
long. It's a very
No.
digestible album, and it is. I agree with Kyle. It's one of right now. It's definitely my top 3, and I
Really.
probably have
That's great
listened
to
to
hear.
this.
Nice.
I've listened to this one probably because it's a shorter album. I probably listened to this one more than I've listened to NMB and Woodcut, but I love
had-
the album.
I know the singer Riley McDonald. He's the main writer, guitar player, main singer. That's actually his wife, Kristen, who's singing that part. She sings on a few parts on the album.
He's
and
gonna
sings
be at a
that part that
cruise,
we just
right?
heard. They're not as of yet that I know, but he was on the last cruise doing like acoustic guitar stuff. I don't know if his band will be, but
Well,
anyway,
I just canceled my ticket. I canceled my ticket. Just
no, but I had told him after I had heard this initial song, I told him that he should put out that couple of minutes. That should be the single. I said just put out those 3 minutes as your commercial for the record because it's the best. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, so yeah, that's another great album. The album's actually called Falling Together. The artwork is for the single on there, but yeah, definitely check that out. Devin Townsend, of course. I mean, we've covered this and it's been covered everywhere. Epic concept album called The Moth, 10 years in the making. It's it's like a rock opera. It's a whole story, orchestra, the whole deal. This is a song called Covered by Causes, which also features Anik on vocals. Covers a lot of ground, but we'll check out a couple of minutes here. Here we go.
yeah.
So triumphant, hearts on fire. Arise and conquer the morn. Arise and conquer the
Well, there you go.
That's Devin.
That's better. That's the Moth. That's what's going on there.
Brings the wall of
Um,
sound. That is awesome.
Yeah, I know it's not all your guys' thing. I get it, but I think it's great, and it had to be covered on here. So Vic gets
Listen,
it.
it's obvious this guy is. Yeah, but
It
the
is.
musical genius behind it. I mean, it's whether you like his style or not. Yeah, it's got to be something that you got to respect.
All right, moving on to another major release for the year, the new
Another
Yes album.
beautiful artwork right there.
Yes.
Roger
Yeah.
Dean. and
Maybe
his
not as
brilliant
beautiful as
work.
the artwork inside Devin's album, but it's
No,
also
no.
really pretty.
So Aurora is out. It's the 24th studio album, I believe, from Yes.
Wow.
And yeah, the fourth with singer John Davison. For what it's worth, I mean, there's obviously the people that like to complain, whatever, but for what it's worth, most people agree this is the best album, at least with John Davison, and their best album in a while. It's gotten really good reviews for the singles. I think this album's terrific. And so this is a song that's a bit later in the record called Ariadne. It's kind of a shorter song, 6 minutes, but with a lot of different parts. It's really intricate in sort of the songwriting and arrangement, but obviously we're just going to cover like a minute and a half of it. So check it out.
Thy blessing, my promise to pierce the black heart, pierce the black heart. A hero story from another age. Will we ever know? Will we ever know? A lover story from another age, another age. Ariadne, Ariadne, at first glance her love you. Ariadne, will you ever return from out of
You can hear it kind of goes in a whole bunch of directions. There's more of there's other parts that come in later too as well. So really good orchestration. I like the production. It's awesome. Yeah, I think it's good stuff.
There's
Somebody
a,
had
a unique thing in my perspective, which is I only listen to Yes after listening to a lot more modern stuff, like all the 70s stuff. I had to go back to it and all that. So sometimes my brain associates some of these sounds with some more like modern stuff. And then when I hear some of those synths and bass tones and everything, my mind goes to like, oh, this sounds like Flower Kings or Spock's Beard or something like that. And then I have to go, oh no, it's the other way around. But
Yeah,
it's cool that
yeah,
they
yeah.
they they kind of bring that their identity to a modern age. The other song that we played last time in the last reaction video by them was also really really cool and had some like crazy instrumental stuff like super virtuosic, and I think that's cool to see so many sides of them, in a 24th album, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
somebody had mentioned earlier, I think it was Kyle, when we were listening to Lift from NMB, like if that was the starting point for somebody, if this was the first NMB album or the first thing that Neil came out, we'd all be blown away by that. When I listen to this album, I try to have that sort of mindset of if this was the first Yes music that you heard, it's great. It's just that we have all that older stuff, that classic stuff, that foundation that it was them. So you hold it up to that, and you're like, well, that's not Cruise to the Edge. That's not anything. But when you listen to it on its own, I really like it. It sounds great. Production is great, and I think John fits the part so well. So it's a very fun listen.
I
John
agree.
sounds like John. There's no doubt about that. Also, you were talking, you said you hold it up against, it sounded like you said Cruise to the Edge, but I know you said Close to the Edge.
I don't know. I may have said Cruise to the Edge.
We'll have to.
I should go back and replay it because it
Go
should
back
be
to the
It's
tape.
it's
Back
all
to the
about
tape.
branding, man. It's all
I
about
love
exactly.
those
Um,
cruises. Again, I'm
yeah.
going to buy my ticket. Don't worry.
All right. All right. So anyway, that album's out now. Highly recommend it. Last one is going to be something a little bit different, but I wanted to throw this on here just because I like it and I don't care what anyone thinks.
Yeah.
Don't be
So anyway,
defensive, Roy. We all like it.
Exploring Bird song, their album Every House We Built just came out. Had an interview with them with the three members of the band, Lindsay, Matt, and Johnny, and the nicest people. They told a really cool story about showing their music to Paul McCartney. We have a reel of that
Yes.
if you want to go check it out. It's really funny. Um,
We should
But anyway,
clickbait that for sure. Say something
the-
like a new Paul McCartney song.
these so these guys have been around sort of releasing just EPs and singles for the last few years, and we've covered them for a while. Big fan of their music. This is their first album, and it's great. parts of it are a bit more streamlined, a bit more accessible. There are definitely some poppy moments, but it's still heavy at times. It's just really good, and her voice is awesome. This song, it got hooked into my brain. I think it's killer. It's not the proggiest thing we're going to play on this thing, but it's just awesome, and I think it's great. So let's check it out. Anyway, you get the idea. I just love the whole kind of 80s sound production, the vibe, their instrumentation being used. I just think they nailed it, and it's just really catchy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, I love it too. I've loved their stuff for many years. I mean, as many years as they are active and became like more prominent. It's a band that I've discovered through streaming, and the stuff that's on this album is heavier, is more band oriented than what they had before, which I feel like it leaned more into folk sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
it always had like an edge, like a progressive bit, that little thing. But I think on this album, it went way beyond that, and it's as a whole, you know, it's also really cohesive too. So I really enjoy this album and band. I think they are like fantastic songwriters, and there's a lot of gold and little details that when you get the full experience, you really enjoy.
Yeah, there's some heavy parts throughout the record. I mean, drumming
Mhm.
wise, and guitar. And by the way, there's no guitar. It's all bass and
It's all
bass
fake
with
guitar.
distortion and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah,
I gotta say the interview you did with him about the Liverpool Music School and Paul McCartney, that I like. I like that connection. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What a story. So go watch that on the Prog Report socials and so on.
After you listen to the album.
After you listen to it, for sure.
yeah. Again, that's one of the singles, and admittedly on the poppier side of what they do, but I just think it's really good stuff. So, I mean, we covered the gamut. I mean, is Big Train, NMB, Devin, yes, everything's on here. Good.
This is
good
an
for 6
eclectic
months.
channel, huh? Yeah. What a 6 months.
Carnival. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's more music to come, which is
We
just-
are all already looking forward to the December edition of this podcast.
I can't
That's
even.
gonna have 86 albums that we're gonna be discussed in
I
the
can't
span
even.
of 17 hours. Yeah.
Just too many songs, too much music. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. There might be moments where Dan is talking and his voice comes about a minute and a half later, if we haven't fixed that. But
If that happens, it means Roy is lazy. It's and not about my internet connection or anything. It just means he's lazy. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
But anyway, all right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Let us know what you liked, what you would have added, etc. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Watch all our other videos. And we'll see you all again real soon. Bye, everybody.
And thanks to Cruise to the Edge for sponsoring this episode. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all our socials and progreport.com. And we'll see you all again real soon. Thanks.